name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So, this is just a quick stop in and have a look around at what's doing with the apocalypse. The apocalypse, I've been talking about the apocalypse quite a lot for the last couple of years. Off and on. I thought I'd give you a little overview, seeing as, looks like maybe this week, maybe next week. I don't know. Although, I do not like being like Rorschach from Watchmen, which is really what I don't walk around the streets with a sign, but I do it digitally, I guess. But I wanted to touch base with you and just give you my little thoughts on what's going on. I may be completely wrong about everything, but please, if you're not Jewish, right, can I beg you, go and buy this like survivalist emergency food. Like, get a box of it. Spend $100 and get a box of it. You do not know what's going to happen, right? None of us know what's going to happen. Do you know? And we live in very, very, very freaky times. This is really precipitated by that big Chinese balloon going across America last week. Did anybody think, what if it had like an EMP on it, which you're supposed to deliver EMP from balloons, isn't it? At least in the 50s, they may have a better way now. But you're supposed to live in it. Like, what would America be like, right? Imagine what would America be like if all the power went out for a year, which is what they're looking at, right? A cyber attack could really do that. What if like this, military analysis, why we listen to them, I don't know. They say about 90% of people will die, right? So go buy some emergency freaking food, okay? That's all I'm saying. It's not expensive. The only reason I'm not telling Jews to do it because they don't have kosher one. Just go and buy some emergency food. And again, I may be wrong, but doesn't look like it right now. So anyway, this is a little video from my live stream last night talking about my little journey with the apocalypse, right? My little journey with the apocalypse. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? I don't know. I just think you've got to be somewhat crazy to go, everything is normal and nothing bad is going to happen, right? You've got to be absolutely insane to say that, but I hope that is the case. I genuinely hope that's the case. Anyway, so I was talking about it for a few minutes last night, my live stream. I'm recording this intro on Wednesday, February 8th. I'm going to try and get this video out today before the news change. I actually have another news video put out today. The trouble with news is it's got to be new, right? Before the news changes, news cycle moves over to a new thing. Well, we'll have a quick talk about this. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Look at the video. Listen. I am saying, buy emergency food, prepare for the world to end, but also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So you gotta take it with a pinch of salt, because I want you to, and I'm not saying subscribe until the end of the world, which might be this week. No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm just saying subscribe, because I think the world will continue. And again, that's part of my wacky, fundamentalist religious worldview, but I think the world's gonna survive. Maybe not all the arseholes, which would be... that would be option number one for me. The arsehole's becoming nice. Actually, that's option number one. Option number two, bit of biblical craziness for me. Yeah, that sort of thing. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment. What else is there? Look in my video notes. There's a link to my Substack. My Substack, what else is that? That's my email newsletter, Twitter, Instagram. And again, I want to be clear. I'm talking about the end of the world happening. I'm talking about telling you to go and buy yourself emergency food as a real practical piece of advice. It's cheap. Do it, go and do it. Like the freeze-dried stuff that lasts forever. Go and do that. I'm doing all that and telling you to follow me on Instagram. So again, that shows you the duality of what we're really dealing with here. Fine, like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack, Instagram, Twitter, all those things. Thank you very much. Now, let me hand over to me from last night. Coming up to the end of the world. So I just want to tell you quickly my journey. Well, I kept saying the end is coming. The end is coming, right? Or I like to say the beginning's coming, right? So I was at the beginning of this, I was like 95% sure. Like, oh my God, it's happening. And then it happened in slow motion, right? So I stayed reasonably sure. But then it got kind of very, not dented. Yeah. It went down to about 60%, right? And in the Jewish New Year, I'm like, well, listen, things are bad, right? And things look awful. I don't see us getting out of this easily, but I can see this being the beginning of like a possibility of it being like a much longer state, like 70-year state. The Israelites were in bondage, who were lucky Israelites, for whatever it was, 240 years, right? Yeah, I could see it being the beginning of a much long. I could see that. I saw it as a lesser possibility. That's why I put it as 60% rather than less than that. But now, over the last 4 or 5 weeks since Christmas, essentially Hanukkah, it's gone up to about 80% again. Man, things are getting cray. Like that balloon shit is that doesn't happen. Man, oh, that was weird. Okay, this was weird. You'll agree with me, this is weird, right? They said, oh, it's no big deal. It happened under Trump 3 times. We're like, what? Really? Because we all said, listen, if that had happened under Trump, Trump would have shot that mother out the sky in a second. Yeah, we all said. But then, no, man, it's no big deal. And then Trump said, no, what are you talking about? I never heard of it. And it was like, oh, man, it's just Trump, mate. Yeah, okay. But then, like, real people said it too. No, don't get me wrong, I like Trump. But, like, you know, the director of NORAD was, like, scary, like, what? No, that never, ever happened on my watch. Like, 3 or 4, like, high-ranking. And they said, oh, yeah, we just found out about it now. What? Yeah, we didn't think we'd report up line. So what's going on? Someone's being paid off by the Chinese to look the other way. So that's what it looks like, isn't it? They just found out about it. And the only reason they talked about this one, because civilians saw it. Then there's a huge motherfucking spy balloon. Like, it's right there. Yeah. It says it's a Haro People's Republic of China. From People's Republic. And it actually says Haro, Harro. I thought that was very, very, racist. They shouldn't write that, but I guess they can, right? But really, I don't know. That doesn't look good. So anyway. So what the going on? I mean, the ideas are like limitless. What if it seems like it was a test balloon, right? It was testing what America's reaction is going to be. Going to be when they float 50 of them over, right? I don't know. I mean, that they would have to shoot down in the sea, like 50. If you see like a group of 50 come over, you're like, yeah. At that point, one, you're like, it's a balloon. It's friendly. No. Oh look, no. I mean, it could have had could have any payload. Right, it could have had a biological weapon. It could have had an EMP. EMPs are normally, as they were saying, it like from the 50s, EMP, which should be the first strike weapon of choice. Like, okay, let's say you detonate an EMP over your nuclear silos. Doesn't that fuck them up? And again, I hate to get technical with you, but if you detonate an EMP over your nuclear silos, doesn't that fuck them up? I mean, don't you need electricity to work in some way so you can fire your nuclear silo, your nuclear bombs, right? Aren't they? I mean, really, it's not just a guy with a big fuse going, it's not like that, is it? Because that seems like it'd be bad. Because if the China then floats a balloon, and you go, oh, it's just a motherfucking balloon, who gives a fuck? Floats a balloon, or someone pays to look the other way. What's that? Nothing. It's nothing. What's your name? Joe. Are you in charge, Joe? No. And I need changing. It's not there. There's no balloon there. Like, what? Like, if it has an EMP, that's bad news. If it has a biological weapon, it's bad news. If it has a nuclear weapon, it's bad news. Is this just like, I mean, I think it was a test to test what America's response was. Were they worried it had a payload, right? That they didn't want to detonate over civilian, but they saw that thing floating in, but somebody must have been paid to look the other way. Right, that must be it. I mean, it must be. It's like, it's just a fucking balloon. Just here, take $50 million. Hello, here, $50 million. Yeah, that's very racist. You shouldn't do that. I know, but it's funny. You're American funny. Look, you're so concerned. Here's $50 million. Yeah. Well, I'm not happy about laughing, Mr. Chinese Communist Party burn. But I will take the 15. Don't get me wrong. I will take the $50 million. No. That's mine now. That's my $50 million. And there's no balloon. If anybody sees it, I was at lunch. Goodbye. Hurrah. There you go. So that probably went down. Right? Again, in the Oval Office. Is my guess. But listen. Just, I think the odds of there being a biblical apocalyptic event happening this year has got significantly stronger. That's, I mean, really? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how close you can get to nuclear war. I don't know how close you can get to shit hitting the fan, I think is the question. I don't know how close you can get to shit hitting the fan without it actually hitting the fan. Because this screen, we're like, whoa, there's a lot of shit. And the fan's pretty big. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.